All right, I have set up the polarizer and the table so that the reflected ray looks like it's as completely polarized as it can be. So I think we've got the Brewster angle. What we have to do is just read it off the table. So you can see the normal to the surface. So the angle of incidence should be angle of reflection. So we can just read off the angle here. So this is 0, 50, 56. It's between 56 and 57. Why don't we write down that the Brewster angle is 56.5 degrees. Now, let's also look at the angle of refraction, because we need that also, 34 degrees. All right, I know it's a little fuzzy. So let's go do some calculations here on the paper here. We've got Brewster angle is 56.5 degrees. Now, how do you figure out the index of refraction from that? And we also know that the angle of refraction is 34 degrees. All right, so to find the index of refraction, use the formula in your book. Tangent of theta b is equal to n2 over n1. Plug theta b in there, 56.5, and solve for n2. n1 is air, so just assume that's 1. Look up plexiglass or glass in the index of refraction. It's around 1.5. That's where it's supposed to be, around. But unfortunately, I looked and I cannot find the exact value. Pasco didn't give the exact value of it. So we're going to assume it's around 1.5 for the index of refraction. So see how close you got by plugging in 56.5 into Brewster's, that for theta b, find tangent of that, and see how, and compare that with 1.5. Now, the last thing they ask you is how close did it get to 90 degrees? So to do that, I'm going to have to sort of, you've got the angle of incidence, angle of reflection, and we've got the surface here. So we know that this is 56.5 degrees, and this is 56.5 degrees. And the angle of refraction is 34 degrees. Now, what we have to do is figure out what this angle is, because if we have it right at the Brewster's angle, it should be 90 degrees. So can you figure out how to work it? Well, this whole thing is 180, right? So to figure out this angle, you could take 180, subtract off 34 and 56.5. And then you'd be able to figure out what this angle is right here. And I think that's it with the calculations.